All things Mavs.
Mavs fans, the season has come to a bitter but yet still sweet end as the Los Angeles Clippers knocked out the Dallas Mavericks 4-2 in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And in Game 6, they won it 111-97. Great run for the Dallas Mavericks, but an even better finish for the Los Angeles Clippers in a win-or-go-home game for the Dallas Mavs. And the Mavs fall, again, 111-97. But, man, it's been such a joy to be able to do all these live streams with you guys and break down every game after each game live here from the All Things Mavs studio and Chat Sports studios as well, currently in my own home office. But let's just get an instant reaction of what happened in that game, and then we'll kind of talk more about what it means for the Mavs long term, and we'll break down a box score as well. Again, before I get there, our friends at Red Peg Tees are sponsoring today's show. You can get this awesome Dirk shirt or any of their incredible Dallas Mavericks shirts at redpegtees.com. Use promo code RedPeg20 to get 20% off your order. If you want a Luka shirt, chatsports.com/77. That's a Luca Doncic shirt for you right there. Now let's talk about this game. Look, Mavs, first quarter looked really strong. Second quarter, really strong. You went into halftime. You had a 5-point lead. You were looking really good. And then, you were down 5. And then you came out flat in the third quarter. And that's just what happened. The Mavs just started missing shots. I mean, really nobody the entire game was getting this thing going. Tim Hardaway Junior wasn't playing really well. Luka started the game hot, finished the game hot. We'll talk more about him here in just a minute. But the other guy, Dorian Finney-Smith, he was your second leading scorer. And when Dorian Finney-Smith, who is mainly a defensive guy, is your second leading scorer, you're not going to win a lot of basketball games. When your second best player, Kristaps Porzingis, is not playing because of a torn meniscus, you're not going to beat the best team in the NBA. And at the end of the day, although the Mavs cut it all the way down to 6 in the fourth quarter, what happened was you couldn't get stops. You kept getting all these offensive things going. That's always been what the deal has been with the Mavs, is they've always been able to score the ball. Defensively, though, there's always been big question marks, and that was, again, what happened today. Now, before I talk more about what this means long-term and why the Mavs fans really should go out of this one smiling, I want to give you a quick box score rundown from today's game. We'll start on the Clippers side. Kawhi Leonard, dominant. 33 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals. Pandemic P, not a good game from him. 15 points, 6 of 19 shooting, 9 rebounds. Did have 7 assists, though, but he also had 5 turnovers. Ivica Zubac dominated the Mavs all game long, gave them trouble down low. 15 points, 11 rebounds for him in just 33 minutes of action. Now, remember, in the first quarter, in case you missed this, Marcus Morris got ejected for a flagrant 2 foul, and that was kind of a turning point in the first quarter. That's when the Mavs started to get some mojo. At that point, when he got ejected, 9 points, 1 rebound, a steal. He was 4 of 5 from the field. He's already killing the Mavs early, and then he gets tossed out of the game. Reggie Jackson off the bench had 14 points. 12 of those 14 came in the fourth quarter when the Mavs were trying to make a run. Landry Shamet had 9. JaMychal Green, 7 points in 15 minutes, which is 3 points better than his playoff average. 4 points from Montrezl Harrell and 5 points from Lemon Pepper Lou Williams. Now let's go to the Mavs side of the ball, and we'll talk more about what this means for the Dallas Mavericks. Luca Doncic led the way with 38 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 15 of 28 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, but he did miss 4 free throws, 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Dorian Finney-Smith, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in today's game, 6 of 11 from the field. Maxi Kleber was your third leading scorer with 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 block shots. Good defensively. Actually, let me take that back. He was your fourth leading scorer because Tim Hardaway Junior scored a couple at the end. He had 10 points, but we'll talk more about Tim Hardaway Junior in a minute. Big time letdown from him. 8 points from Boban Marjanovic, who mirrored Montrezl Harrell's minutes the entire game. He played 2 more minutes than Montrezl. He had 8 points and 6 rebounds. Seth Curry had 7 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Only shot 1 of 3 from 3. MKG had 2 points in 6 minutes. Justin Jackson, 1 point in 2 minutes. And then Antonius Cleveland and Josh Reeves both played 2 minutes, 0 points. DeLon Wright and JJ Barea, DNP coach's decision. Interesting that we didn't see DeLon Wright at all today. We'll talk more about what that means for his future in Dallas, maybe on a different show. However, would not be surprised if DeLon Wright is at the center of trade talks for the Dallas Mavericks. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about why the Mavs fans should still be happy. Talk about the series as a whole. Before I do, let me remind you one more time. Red Peg Tees, they got it all. RedPegTees.com. RedPeg20 is the promo code to use at checkout for 20% off all your favorite Dallas Maverick t-shirts. They got them all. They got them all at great prices. $24, but less than that when you get 20% off with promo code RedPegTees. RedPeg20, excuse me. Promo code RedPeg20. All right, let's talk about it. Why in the world am I happy? Now, I'm not happy we lost. I'm not happy we're leaving the bubble. I'm not happy we're out of the playoffs in the first round. But I consider this season a success. The Mavs finished 7th in the Western Conference when a large chunk of the media said they weren't going to make the playoffs. A large chunk of the media said, they'll scrap for an 8th seed. The Mavs were a couple games out of the 5th seed at one point. There was a chance they were looking at the 4th seed. They could have been anywhere from 5 to 7 by the time the NBA bubble ended. They end up at 7. They're in the first round, and they make it a competitive series. Everyone picked either a Clipper sweep or Mavericks lose in 5 games. I said Mavs lose in 6 games, so this actually really played out my expectations. But it was still exceeding my expectations in the fact that Luca Doncic did not shrink under pressure. Luca Doncic excelled under pressure. He excelled in the clutch. We saw it in Game 4 when he had 45 points and a step-back 3 to win the game. We saw it tonight when he tried to will the Mavs back from a 22-point deficit, got them all the way back to just within 6 points. Huge playoff series for Luka Doncic. The kid is 21 years old. This guy is going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time. And not to mention, he pushed he pushed the Los Angeles Clippers to 6 games, mainly without his best player by his side, Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis is the second best player on this team. At times, when he's on the floor and he's healthy, he looks like the best player, but Luka will always have that title. Kristaps Porzingis tore his meniscus. Now he has a whole offseason plus to get right and get healthy and come back and play 100% with Luka Doncic and turn this team from playoff contenders to a title team. Now, right now, I am 100% disappointed that they're out of the playoffs. But I am so encouraged with what we saw from Luka Doncic, not only in this game, but in every other game. I'm very encouraged from what we saw from Dorian Finney-Smith throughout this playoff series. Disappointed with what we saw in Tim Hardaway Jr. I do think him having a bad game here at the end will probably push him toward accepting that, $18 million player option. I expect him back next year, which I'm happy about because he's good. He's had a tough game, very tough game. And ultimately, that's what the cost of the Mavs. You know, had Seth Curry and Tim Hardaway Jr. been scoring more points, probably could have been in this game a little bit closer. Now, I get refs were frustrating. Refs were super, super frustrating in this game, but you can't blame this one on the refs. You know, first half, probably could have blamed some of that on them, but for the whole game, the Clippers just absolutely dominated. So I am happy with the way this all ended. I am happy that the Mavs were fighting. I am happy that we got a chance to see one of the best players in the NBA turn into a playoff star. And it is just the beginning for this kid. Just the beginning. We are going to see Luka Doncic in the playoffs for the next 10 years. Next 15 years, potentially. He's going to be the next Dirk Nowitzki of this team. I 100% believe that. I think, obviously, he has a long ways to go before anyone can call him Dirk Nowitzki. He definitely needs to win a title. He definitely needs to get this team back in the playoffs more, and he needs to win past the first round. But the fact that at 21 years old, Luka Doncic already led this team to 21 years old to the playoffs and to 6 games against the best team in the NBA, I consider that a success. Now, again, a tough game for the Mavs. I 100% get it. But here's what I would need you guys to know and understand real fast. We have gone from about 4,900 subscribers at the start of this playoffs to 6,244 on the All Things Mavs channel. And that is incredible, and it makes me so proud to be able to run this channel and run my Twitter account and continue to do videos for you guys on a daily basis. And just because the Mavs are out of the playoffs does not mean I'm out of the YouTube business. In fact, we might even have more videos now that the Mavs are out of the playoffs. We're going to be doing draft videos. We're going to be doing NBA free agency videos. I'm going to be talking about NBA trades. I'm probably going to do a bigger video on why this season was a success here later in the week. So subscribe to the channel because we're going to have videos all day, every day here on All Things Mavs. Help me get to 6,500 subscribers. We've grown so much during these playoffs. I don't want to lose that momentum. So keep on hitting that subscribe button. Mavs fans, appreciate you watching. Appreciate you watching all the playoffs with me. It's been so much fun. And we're just getting started. The Mavs are going to be back in the playoffs for a long time coming. And we're going to have it all for you all the time here on All Things Mavs. For the final time for the playoffs, I'm Jimmy Crowther. And as always, go Mavs, baby.